that's 3-3 and not Weehaw. Weehaw's on another team. But that's one of the reasons why I feel like they picked Old Liquid. He's a super strong player on a couple heroes, Wind Ranger being one of them, and get play the game. Tamba Man, who is now on Secret.
Quite the upgrade for BO3 for sure, and honestly, a great pickup there for Team Secret overall. BO3.
I mean, they're doing amazing right now, stronger than they've ever been.
Which is interesting considering the rosters they've had.
They've always, I feel like, had this the strongest or like top 5. At any given time, Team Secret has had like top 4 strongest roster in Dota.
I think just at times the only thing holding them back was egos.
Yeah, it's back a couple years ago when Secret first formed. People have grown past that a little bit. The more mature players now. Puppy has been top of the game for 10 years. It's crazy to think about. This 10 years of being a tier 1 player unquestionably. Anyways, enough about Puppy. Liquid picking up the Liquid hero, Morphling, last pick. Okay. Looking at these 2 drafts, I definitely say I'd favor the draft of Liquid. I think they're probably going to come up top of this game. Shaker's an amazing hero, has tons of lockdown. Legion Commander's able to get top a lot of these people and punish them. Morphling is game. The only thing I'm worried about is if this goes ultralight, the combination of the Oracle and the Spectre is going to be. And Legion Commanders has been nerfed a little bit due to how Blade. Believe it or not, all melee heroes can actually block 16 damage of damage return on Blade.
Jeez. So definitely getting a little bit of a nerf there as an item.
Yeah, it doesn't go through Magic Beauty anymore. It's got the damage mitigate turns. It just feels awkward as an item right. I'm not really sure it's worth the 2,200 gold. I mean, it's got spikes all over it. The shopkeeper's trying to rip you off.
Prepare for battle.
It's supposed to protect you.
Definitely one of those items that looks better, you know, better in the store than it does on you.
Can't escape your.
Well, do you remember that the patch of the first changed Blood Rage around that it would amplify all outgoing, and you get the damage amplification coming. Take more, and you'd also dish out more. So instead of the 100% damage return on Blade Mail, it'll be more like almost 200%. Bring that Blade Mail back, or that Bloodseeker back.
Liquid against Alliance, game 1 coming in at you real quick. And I was gonna say, when we were talking about favorites or players that we like following on these teams, Taiga is one of those for me, as well as Mickey. I had one time where I got to cast Alliance back about a year ago, and I was pronouncing their name wrong to the point where, you know, I cited the rage of not a rage. It really wasn't rage. It was just a tweet saying, "That's not how you say their names."
Unworthy.
I'm sorry. It was from the big man on campus himself. And I've never said them wrong since.
There's been worse pronunciation of player and team names. Yeah, I'm not gonna name any names, don't want to out anybody, but there's definitely been worse.
You know who you are.
You know who you are if you're watching right now. Don't do it again.
So, 33 here on the Bat Rider. Looking like he might even be up against Trilane, at least to start this lane up. You know, I was talking in the previous series how much I love core Bat Rider, and now what we see in the difference is the Legion Commander did get picked up here for Liquid, but they don't sacrifice and throw the Bat Rider down to the fire.
And yeah, they decided to teleport. It's not worth sending all these heroes up against the Bat Rider. Again, if you play too far forward and aggressive onto him, he's going to be able to get a lot of sticky napalm stacks and punish you. Again, you want to get back before he's able to get too many. He can do pretty well against tri-lanes for that reason. Taiga down here in the Earthshaker. This is what we were talking about. A lot more heroes at early levels in this speed, so they can move between the lanes a lot faster. Necessarily use portal scrolls. Earthshaker, I feel like, is one for it. It more so just throws out his Fisher.
You're just trying to get the proper block, if anything, and he will grab a good block on an Eco Baby, but the Fortune's End thrown at the Legion Commander would make it hard for Boxy to even move in on that. And Eco Baby immediately pops the salve to be back full health and close to full mana.
On top of it being hard to go in on that, he's not going to have a hard time getting away from these because again, he's got Spectral Dagger. You know what that means? Repathing.
So, you know, having that free pathing, does that even make it worth having the Earthshaker down here?
I mean, the Spectre only has so much mana, it costs a lot, she regens very, very slowly. I would say no, but any sort of pressure you can put on the Spectre to slow down that farm at the start, make it harder for her to get a
First blood!
First blood here for Insania on a Hanskin. So an early lead, something we were talking about, you know, Liquid, how much time are they going to allow Eco Baby to get, as well as, you know, the flip side of that coin? How much time is Alliance going to make for Eco Baby? You know, what is enough time here for a Spectre? And, you know, what is he going to need? What is Alliance looking to give him?
I think he's opting to go Soul Ring for it now when I'm looking at it, which is pretty interesting. I mean, it makes sense. He's got the Ring of Regen. I can't really see him building that. Try to Defiance. They're doing a lot of damage to Boxy here. Too much movement speed.
Dyer's
290
top
after
tower
he gets
is
the
under
first,
attack.
390 after he gets that attack off, so there's down. But I think after if he gets his first item or two, come online fast enough. If he's going Soul Ring, I think that means he plans on coming online a little bit faster. He might not go for that Soul Ring build. He might go something like Yasha Manta Diffusal.
Boxy still needs to be a little bit careful though. Forced to pop that salve, and now he's still got 3 tangos, but was eating a lot of harassment to the point where he was forced to use that salve. So we'll see how this continues to go for him over bottom wall. We'll take a look over towards top. Mickey taking a lot of damage. The Flame Break comes in. Battery itself from Hanskin's not going to be enough to get the kill here, and they also had a lot of stacks of sticky napalm out of the Morphling. But at that point, the Morphling just didn't care and fought back and almost got a kill.
Ridger getting a lot of runes here in the bottom lane. 3 value. She picked up a bottle, which looks like a lot more control raised there. Boxy doing hand in the bottom lane. And I tried to try a circle there. I hope you didn't see that on camera.
I did. You're, it's very avant-garde of you.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, that's embarrassing. Thankfully, there's not that many people watching this.
Yeah, you know, and just see how poor they teach us how to draw circles. It's very hard with a mouse. People don't realize.
Boom! There it goes.
It is. Looks like Clockwork is off to go Tranquil Boots pretty quick here as well. I think he first item boots. He really hasn't had as much impact as we saw in the previous.
Wish fulfilled.
I think he got a kill. The top lane, I tried to give the kill to his carry player. Kills on Storm Spirit in the mid. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to go on this Razor. Good job punishing him with Static Link. In fact, it might be to relieve rotation.
Try harder.
The Storm Static Link pretty fast.
Yeah, it definitely seems like if he was to have made a move, it should have come earlier. And the thing with it is now he's just kind of just junctured over towards the jungle, continuing to stack and pull and drag where he can. As 33, he burns away a bunch of creeps, but I mean, did you see where he was?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Right around this area. Trying to draw a circle there, but he
that's
ends
a
up
much
dead.
better looking circle. Well, yeah, that's not his base, but it does create a bit of space, right?
Yeah, I mean, he pulled the Razor all the way out of the lane, and I mean, that works. Space created. Still, though, a 1,000 net worth lead right now for the side of Liquid. Things are on the up and up. And they've gotten themselves 37-11 on Mickey going into the treads after he's picked up this Ring of Health and 2 Wraith Bands. So he is having a stellar time. Sitting top of the net worth by just 300 gold, but compared to the Spectre down over bottom, up about 800, who dives in on a Boxy. Fortunes and Press the attack will get used, so again, hard to keep Boxy still in this lane with just these 2 heroes.
You're in over your head.
I mean, you're a lot stronger of a laner as commander than you are as a Spectre. Like, I'm glad that Fodder is here babysitting Nico Baby. This is something that's going to need to happen until he gets the first couple of items. Speaking of, finally gets his boots come out to him. You can have it much easier. Trying to harass him if you keep up his farm speed. That was how it was, but you're at 7 minutes. You haven't made any real progress towards even your upgraded.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So if you want.
So opting for some attributes and some mana regen. And technically HP regen as well. So the more I'm a more survivable early kind of build coming in from the Spectre, as well as not being mana reliant on, say, you know, sending in mangoes and having the ability to just, you know, have the Soul Ring. If he's low on mana, Spectral Dagger away, everything's fine.
You have an okay setup here throughout the
Nothing.
Fisher and then walk up in. Kenzikin knows that he's here. One person leaves, babysitting the Nico baby. Babysit the
Radiant's middle
Nico.
tower is under attack.
When one person leaves, another person comes by to sit here and watch, so they can't get to it.
Dire's top tower
I
is
think the
under
Nico
attack.
baby is going to come online pretty fast, though. You go with the Soul Ring. Be online a little faster. I want to this team know that Liquid wait for me to get a Radiance if I've got Chen in their line.
So is this calling for more a get into the treads and then go straight to Fusel's bottom top? Getting ravaged here by the amount of damage that he was taking by Mickey and Insane, and they'll get not only the kill, but the tier 1 tower. I mean, this hasn't been the bloodbath we saw in the previous game. It's just been methodical. It's been, you know, precise. We get a kill, we take a tower, we pressure, we stay on them, and we're gonna cut the map away. You need some, you know, you've got a hero here in Spectre that needs space, that needs time, that needs farm, and the more we cut away from the map, the harder that's gonna be.
There's a lot of
Is under attack.
Alright, we lose Nico baby. And over here on this ramp. Oh, sorry, in the hands of
Bat Rider, 33, forced into the trees. He turns back around and shows himself for a second flame break throw. They don't have a wave for him to catch up to him. And the Clockwork ends up dead over bottom. I was just showing it, letting you, you know, didn't need to interrupt you or anything, just to show that Clockwork death. And it's a 4-0, 4,000 net worth lead right now for Liquid. I mean, again, yeah, things have just looked great so far for Liquid, and again, it doesn't show any signs of it slowing down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As I say that, good fissure there from Taiga to let Boxy escape.
You got the, while you have all the babysitters down here for Nico baby, you also have a lot of people on the side of Liquid that are in position to catch him out. I don't think a whole lot of action is going to happen on the Spectre, probably just around mid lane. Unfortunately, you don't have focus fire.
Got the static going back. Good power shot coming in from Limp, but a very timely regen rune.
Exactly what you need when you need it. Insania, I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of movement out of this Chen so far. It felt a little bit slow.
Gold is a great
Not compared
conductor.
to last game. Crook was a bit more active. Got a
It
decent
seems like
army.
both teams play a different style, though. I mean, not as active around the map, not as, you know, heavily invested in the early game pressure like that. At least in terms of going for kills. The pressure that has been fine from Liquid overall. Grabbing that tier 1 tower in the safe lane has been pretty big, and they've also got this ward that's yet to get dewarded here on the Dire jungle side. So, you know, might be looking at them play aggressive through the jungle.
Back at the Spectre, looks like he's got his first item picked up, a bit of alacrity. So he does opt to go a little bit faster, Spectre, but he knows that Liquid was probably going to
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So responds to that.
But now the question is, can he get there in time and feel like he's valuable to Alliance? Because at the moment, he's got 3,700 net worth. And you take a look at what Mickey has, he's leaning by about 3K over this Spectre. He is certainly going to be able to do much more, as he has got double the net worth
Bottom.
in the same amount of time. Take a look over bottom. Yeah, overwhelming odds comes through. They've got the false promise to keep the Spectre alive. Focus fire comes out on Insania. They'll get their first kill of the game. Jin's in throwing at Boxy, but he's got the press the attack. Spectral Dagger follows it up. However, throwing everything in the kitchen sink towards bottom, is it the wisest idea for just the Chen kill? Because now you're mid-tier 1. That's going to take a lot of damage.
Makes sense that Liquid would try and do this to get a little bit of something. Heroes there.
Dire's
Only Digi Commander
structures
can
are
die
fortified.
well. She's a little bit hard to bring
Radiant
down though.
structures
Talk a lot
are
about how strong this
fortified.
hero is at the moment. Just do like, you have the press the attack purge, the dispel on top of a heal. You have massive amounts of movement speed. I think you're one of the highest. You might be the highest, highest or second
Dire's
highest
top
in the game
tower
at the
is
moment.
under attack.
And your strength hero on top of that, it's too hard to bring down.
Get close to having this Lincoln Sphere, 1,200 gold away. He's been farming phenomenally. And, well, you know, if you're Alliance, you're hoping this Diffusal Blade comes
Radiant
online
are
pretty soon.
scanning.
Because you, like you were saying, this is probably an item where you are electing to fight quicker and fight earlier. So now the question becomes, how fast do you get it? And what's the game plan once you do?
I think that they're fine. Again, you're on Alliance, you're fine drawing out the game as long as possible. You build the Diffusal Blade on the Spectre, eventually get a Mantis style. That will offset a lot of what Razor's able with his static. Like, again, damage that you have from Desolate isn't based on whatever your base damage. It's not added on top of anything. That you raw extra 50 damage. So having illusion, if stop myself short here.
Shackle shot. Boxing trouble. Hand of God comes through, but nobody else is coming to save him. So it's not like it's going to change anything using that Hand of God and trying to keep him up. Pushing in, thrown at Mickey as they do take the tier 1 tower over mid. And again, just putting more and more pressure onto this Dire side.
I mean, I was just talking about how hard the Legion Commander is to bring down, so you'd think that would be your last one. A little bit more far
Radiant's
forward than the
bottom
others
tower
because of that.
is under
so
attack.
killing him, put about a 500 net swing this side of Alliance. They're doing a lot better with this than I thought they would. Again, I told you coming into this, I think I favor Liquid's draft by a lot, but they still have a lot of their towers up there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Extremely quick. I don't really think, I don't think they should have been expected, but they're definitely playing the right way in this game.
So far, 5,400 net worth, getting close to that Diffusal Blade, not too far off of it. The question again becomes what happens afterwards, because it feels like as much as the Spectre is getting this time, it feels as though Morphwing's getting, if not an even amount of open time.
Morphling actually, yeah, got so much more net worth than expected after the day from him. I'm not sure how I feel about first item Lincoln Sphere though. This is something you used to see years and years ago, but it's not that great of an item for farming. It's just something you can pick up and really afraid of the
Echo Slam, Wave Break, and the right click damage damage coming through. 33 an easy dispatch kill. They commit the Echo on that. They commit the Morph on that too. Meanwhile, Legion Commander over bottom trying to get a kill there onto the Clockwork, but Limp able to chase him out and uses that Focus Fire once again to get the kill.
The hard to bring down hero dying multiple times, so you look a little bit foolish here, Legion. Nice pick off there from Morphling, puts some more gold under his belt. Now,
Radiant's bottom
another
tower is
1,000
under
net worth
attack.
up on this Vector because he gets a kill. Legion Commander goes down. 0.4k on him. And I was comparing him to the. Comparing him to Nico Baby. Apologies.
Radiant's bottom
Still,
tower
more than
is
1,000,
falling.
more than 4,000 or
Dire
3,000 net worth.
structures are fortified.
McKay is going to try and commit to this tier 2 tower
Dire's
over
top
top.
Look how
tower
fast-
is under
Nobody
attack.
coming over. Yeah, I mean, how can you come over on this? It's
Dire's
fighting into
top
almost
tower has
certain
fallen.
death. They've got Hanskin nearby, but you're just jumping into your demise.
Radiant's bottom
Cool
tower
down
is
for
under
another couple
attack.
seconds as well. Probably not gonna. Until that is up. I'm surprised that it's Nico Baby going so close to the enemy team here as the inside your jungle. It's farm at the bottom. It's safer mirror round. Team
Radiant are
Farm.
scanning.
close to be the. Because again, you're able to engage from anywhere on the map, so play pretty far away.
And they're gonna look over. They've got the static link. This is all onto Bada, who gets dueled and blown up after the false promise was over, giving the second duel victory here for Boxy. It's just a long static link and throwing that damage back at the Oracle, now making this an 8,000 net worth lead. The two supports on Alliance, they're broke. They can't afford rent, they can't afford food, and, well, they can't afford a new item. But now Hanskin Battery Assault is coming from this Morphling as well as from the Clockwork. Adaptive Strike gets thrown forward. They've got an ensnare on him. They're trying to get the kill, but he'll be able to retreat past the tier 2 tower where Liquid refused to dive for the moment.
Meke was trying to get a little bit further forward before popping that waveform to get on top of the Clockwork and around the cogs. Unfortunately, too far forward, found himself pushed back, so
Boom time.
he'll let
Dire's
Clockwork get
bottom
the
tower
disengage.
is under attack.
Philosopher's Stone picked up. Definitely not a Spectre item. Hand that over to someone else on your team. Oh,
Echo Slam coming through. They get the kill onto Link. Now they look over at the Clockwork. The chase is on once again. They'll land the Fisher. They'll get the duel and the victory. 9-3, and just again, precision in these fights from Liquid. Overwhelming Alliance by leaps and bounds.
it's just them getting on top of them so fast. Not expecting Liquid to come at them this quick. Because of that, they're not reacting properly. They don't have the more quite where he needs to be. Alliance. Spectre's not going in, taunting into these. Again, you have the bad initiation. Because you die so close to the roach pit, Liquid get roach. Actually, Clockwork. You know, so far wins. Can't teleport there. It's too late.
Comes in and gets the kill on Roche, but the Aegis is now being snatched up by 33.
All right. I mean, if they can the Aegis from them, wonderful. We've seen a lot more Roche deals these days than we used to with the pit over here. I remember back in the day when it
Radiant's
was,
bottom tower is under
was that
attack.
awful like high ground around it, very dangerous. Batrider was king around it right there. It still shows to be king, but what a play out of Batrider.
And Insania caught out. Fisher comes through, Plasma Field out for the Cogs, blocking this Razor from getting to the low ground quickly enough to potentially turn this around. Again, opening up more space for Nico Baby. Liquid, you gotta wonder when the ultimate push of death comes in onto Alliance, making
Radiant's
it so
middle
they
tower
don't
is
have this
under
ability
attack.
to farm out or make a move like they just did.
Well, Morphling's continuing to outfarm the pace. Well, Morphling's continuing to outfarm the pace of this Spectre here. Unfortunately, like the overall gap, like percentage
Radiant's
gap between the two
middle
net
tower
worths
is under
closing.
attack.
And again, as the game goes later, Spectre will eventually win. The only problem is this combination of Oracle.
Radiant
I think
are
probably around
scanning.
the 26, 27-minute mark. Liquid is able to push high ground, but that's still in the aim is definitely slow down their plans.
Dagger, Firefly, and the Flame Break on him. He'll pop the Lincolns.
And now pull him in, but doesn't get the kill just yet. Pushes in, gets thrown. The damage is not enough. Press the attack, will take the Aegis away from 33. Now they've got the duel out onto the Oracle, who won't be able to false promise himself. He'll fall. That's at least one kill. They got the first life away from 33, and now they'll give chase. He'll TP to an escape. Just barely.
That was
a long TP.
To the outpost. That's a 6-second one instead of a 5. Decided to go home with the
E-Blade BKB popped by the Windrunner. Limp using that 10-second BKB pretty defensively.
You don't want to be here if you're Alliance though. You just had your Bat Rider leave. Your Oracle is currently dead. His TP is on cooldown, so he's not able to come back and buy his back when he respawns. So get out of here, right? Wait till time.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
See that quick little push there from Liquid, cut out the last tier 1 tower. Again, Liquid just extending their pressure, and now over on the opposite side of the river and pushing towards tier 2s, both mid and bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pops a casual farming altar, maybe.
Dire's bottom tower has
Pretty
fallen.
close to the enemy base to just pop the altar to find creeps though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pops the ult, maybe trying to just increase the farm rate. That's the best I could say.
Ask him about that one later. Team again, I'm thinking that again 26, 27-minute mark, that's when they're going to want to be pushing these
Radiant
tier 3s after losing
structures are
Aegis.
fortified.
But they are playing pretty close to the
Shot
top.
from Gecko, and they're gonna use it. They look over the Windrunner. Link will get false promise, but Fada's already dead.
Dire's middle tower is
So
under
any
attack.
heal follow-up, any sustain you thought you were gonna get from the Oracle, I mean, he popped the ulti to save the Windrunner, but at the same time, lose that Oracle, and he's dead for 26 seconds with pressure coming into the tier 2, the last outer tower over mid.
Alliance having a bit of lag apparently, but that was really quick from the Oracle saving him being kidnapped there. Unfortunately, Legion Commander came out half a second too late with that duel. Otherwise, getting both those heroes at the same time would have been real nice. Liquid. Usually see them timing slightly better than that, but the window of execution was pretty small, right?
So he's able to pull it off, but however loses his own life in the process. It's 11-4, 11,000 net worth lead here for Liquid. And the question becomes, how long until the tether breaks? Because you're tethered to life, hanging by a thread, and it's about to all go downhill very quickly. Here they go. Into that tier 2, they'll get the tower. Do they want to push, or do they take the safe, easy route and wait for Roche to come back up?
Well, it looks like they want to wait for a couple items here. Coming out of the Shen is Gem of True Sight. So for that, Razor's about 2,000 gold in the bank. He might wait until he's at least partially done. Monkey King bar, at least working towards. Again, that would help. Down. Pretty important. More playing gold towards his Aghanim Scepter as well. They are all moved up, and I think that you're not in the worst place in the world, or you're not waiting too long if you decide to get a couple of these items first. But they are posturing. Is
Just 60 seconds until Echo Slam is available again. Feels like it could come up in the next fight, which could be the game ender.
they back off. It looks like they're not 100% sure on Liquid if they want to fully
Radiant
commit. Again,
are
they're pretty close to a couple items.
For a duel, Blink, and he's got it. Do they have the damage to finish him off before the duel finishes? It doesn't look like it. And Fada will also be able to throw the false promise if they were to have that extra damage. The Fortune thing comes through. They've got the shackle out. Hook shot comes in. Now Proxy locked down a little bit as the haunt comes through. So jaunt on over. They've got the last one on the Earthshaker. Hand of God comes in. Taiga surviving for the moment, but the shackle lands, and they've got the kill. So he's done and dusted. Has 45 seconds till he'll be back up. Looks like the rest of the team will still escape.
600 net worth swing on the side of Alliance for that one. Again, figured disengage from them. Wind Ranger is just too hard to jump on and get the duel off on. Again, this is something that they probably should have done, is finish up a couple of items before going in. You are 12k net worth up, but you're sitting on so much gold on each of your heroes that it really doesn't deep. Here we are. Tier 3 items coming out. And the telescope on Chen. It's a very good item. Something you can hold on to for the rest of the game.
Void Mail pop there by Boxy. I got coming over. Spider Legs. That's a decent one for Boxy if he wants to pick it up. Currently has the Van Brace. Might even just throw that over to his support. Waveform forward, fight on the run, just escapes the grasp of Mickey.
Tiger taking his new Spider Legs out for a spin already. Definitely walked down the cliff even though no point to doing it. It's a fun item to have. I love the animation on it too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Certainly had a share.
Zip by getting down there, but those cogs out, gets be back to his base.
Once again, going for the 4-staff axe finally picked up here for the Morphling. He's got that E-Blade Lincolns that he started with, now going into the Ags, Butterfly next. So just 17,000 net worth, almost 5,000 ahead of the Spectre for now. Nico Baby has gotten enough time to go into the Seagull as well as the Manta. Is the Heart enough next?
I don't think so. They just all smoked up, so they definitely want to take the fight. They want to take the new egg except on the Morphling for a spin. The static field might give away where they are if they had any here with watching the mid lane. Definitely going to set them off. This creep wave suddenly disappears. Doesn't look like they managed to catch the smoke out. Here they go.
Yeah, there's the fissure as well as the totem. They get the duel under the clockwork. Now the waveform up on the low ground to pass these fissures. They don't get the duel victory just yet. Hanski's also going to use that hook shot. Blink from a distance away. Fada ends up dead. They'll use the hand of God. They'll get the kill to the Earthshaker. Now they will cover the false promises out on the Windrunner. Shackles over to Boxy. Now they've got the Haunt power shot comes in. Mickey needs to make some space as they've already lost the Razor, and press the attack was placed onto the Morphling, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Blade Mail popped on Boxy. E-Blade Mickey trying to survive. Purifying Flame starting to heal him up. They'll get the kill on a Boxy, and now they'll look for more. 3 heroes got on the side of a Liquid Alliance, finally trying to take advantage of all this, and now they'll take out Mickey and get everything they came for and more.
Wow. 4-man team. Oh, it wasn't 4 for O. Fortunately, you did have to buy back on the Oracle, but they reacted to that so fast on Alliance, even though they had absolutely no idea they were coming
Radiant's
up there.
middle tower
Right away,
is
the
under
Oracle's
attack.
managed to save the clockwork.
Radiant structures
With him on the
are
back,
fortified.
with him saving the clockwork hook shots onto the Earthshaker before he's able to get off his spells in the team fight. Pick him off. No Echo Slam used.
Radiant's
Fisher
middle tower
is basically
has
the only
fallen.
spell that he got off in the team fight. Because of that, they just had a lack of disable, and you're able to run circles around them with Alliance.
Radiant's
So
bottom
you
tower
need to
is
pick
under
off
attack.
the Oracle in the backline with the Legion Commander at the very start of these fights. He's getting away with too much. Even though he did go down, he did die, but that was after the fact that he saved the clock. Because of that Earthshaker, it was the whole fight unravels for Liquid after that.
Unable to kill that clock quickly, and now Fada ends up using that buyback, and it just, now they've cut into the net worth pretty heavily. Was a 13,000 just about net worth lead, cut down to just 7.
That last
Radiant's
fight,
bottom tower is under attack.
3,700 net worth swing.
Oh, maybe even more than that.
At the fight recap over. The almost 9,000 XP. Big one. Open those gold charts and win probability. Really looking like Liquid was right now. We're back closer down to 50%.
Yeah, again, we'll see if Liquid will look to fight. Roche up in 7.
Radiant's top tower is under
Take the
attack.
outpost. This might be the control they need to back off towards Roche. We'll see. They TP the Legion Commander over towards bottom. He continues to turn into this Earthshaker, a combination that we haven't seen in a while. The Ags Morph Earthshaker builds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's I'm getting PTSD from that one. I did not have a lot of fun playing in that patch. Thankfully, it was nerfed a little bit. You can interrupt it and cast animation before you get out of roots. You could get out of leashes. You get out all kinds of things.
Visibility.
So picking, it is a better version of Earthshaker when you're playing Morph. Like picking one going to be a better version of another is interesting tactic.
Going Roche, smoke comes out. Is it going to be in time? It looks like they're making up the ground. Insania trying to step in and stop this hook shot, but he might not be in the right location. 33 coming over, they'll evacuate the pit, and now the flame break gets thrown in. They'll totem forward. Fissure thought about held for now. Lasso coming into the top of this fight. They look over at Foxy. They've got him locked down. They've got him really soloed out. The damage coming in from Limp is going to be enough with the blade mail pop. Limp, you need to be careful. You might even just go right and kill yourself. And now they look in at Nico Baby as they take out the Spectre. They buy back on Foxy. The totem jump over, but making a 2-shot. Taking out Fana with the 1-2 punch. And then he gives the 3-piece and the soda over to Limp. Continuing for more, a hook shot away from Hanskin, trying to survive it all. It seems like the dollar menu is getting ordered right now for Liquid. The Fissure just missing. They just escaped.
Getting me kind of hungry with all this fast food references. So Roshan at low quarter health, so I decided to finish this one off. They were going for that clock, maybe a little bit harder than they should have, but they don't want him jumping in and receiving another Aegis from them. They still got
Radiant's
PTSD
bottom
with
tower
that right
is
because of
under
that
attack.
yoink.
So again, they try for it. Bat Rider, meanwhile, bottom dying to Ike. You're going to start to feel some heavy pressure once again. They finally got the kill of the Spectre that they needed. I don't think they'll be able to force the buyback on this push, or at least they shouldn't.
Dire's middle tower is
Still
under
got
attack.
Fortify up, that'll buy you a couple seconds here.
Dire's
Should they choose to use it.
are fortified.
Oh, Fissure landing. There's the totem and the 3-shot coming in to take out Hanskin. Now the buyback start flooding in from Alliance. They'll use the Haunt to try to dive in. Nico Baby leading the charge on this as Alliance are taking out Liquid, or at least attempting to on the run. The totem on the back line. They look over at the Oracle. Use the false pumps on himself. They got themselves the lasso that hits onto this Morphling. They'll get the kill. So they're taking the first life, and now they need a reset. Can Liquid get the Morphling out of here? They're bringing off Foxy for the second time. The ankle slam. Is it enough though? Power shot comes in from Limp. They've got the E-Blade out on a Taiga, who now needs to try and turn tail and run. But the Fortune's End is there. They blocked him up. The E-Blade thrown over the Spectre. You need to be careful. A lot of damage coming in on the Nico Baby, but it's not enough again. They've got the kill to the Earthshaker, as well as the Legion Commander already dead for 30 seconds within this. And finally, Mickey gets out. And, well, Alliance
Radiant's
semi-whole.
bottom tower is under
Just a
attack.
couple things. If they went a little bit more right to Liquid there, this game would be over at the moment. Hensikin ended up getting out of that by popping the Essence and ended up having 200 HP after. Spectre almost going down right there. He did have buyback for that fight if he went down. He would have been in a lot worse position. Tower, pretty low HP though. These days you're not that worried about your tier down. Those shrines get opened up because of it. Outpost meta. Speaking of,
Shot attempt. 33 coming in under Insania. Nico Baby's also joined the fight. Quickba, he's shown up, but he may not have wanted to. However, Mickey's coming around. He's turning to the Windrunner. The shackle on the lone tree that's right there. But there's immediately the false promise placed by Fana on a limb. He'll use the BKB. He tries to escape and will do successfully. And now the shackle comes out again. It hits on a Nico Baby. They've got the damage. They've got the lockdown. Or do they power shot? On the skin of his teeth, almost escapes, but the Fissure is there to get themselves the kill. Hanskin within the trees. Boxy blinking a little bit too far. They look over as 33 is in within the trees and escape.
They got him!
Back over, they find him. Clockwork's been spotted. Boxy and Taiga now going on to the chase for this Clockwork, but he's got the hook shot to make some space. So he'll start to run the blink forward from Tiger. He's also got the spider legs. Fissure blocks him off. The stairs are no longer your escape route. The tower is also here. They'll get the duel. They have the damage. The Fissure coming in from the north wing as well as the follow-up. And Hanskin ends up dead.
Radiant's top tower
Only
is
saving
under
grace of that
attack.
team fight is that you didn't lose the Wind Raider, all due to the Oracle save. Again, this guy's getting away with so much for his team, but Wind Raider almost going down, ended up having 200 HP after the Oracle ult ended, even with the extra heals from the Oracle and the healing in the back. That's MKB finally up on the Razor. I think they're ready to take a fight into the Alliance base here.
Dire's middle
Spectre
tower
might have to
is
buy
under
back in
attack.
order to defend this Rax.
Dyer's middle tower.
So they'll come
has
on to the
fallen.
high ground, and we'll see if they hold. Let's see if they can force the
Dire's
buyback
middle
coming in from
barracks
Nico
are under
Baby.
attack.
Racks are
Dire's middle
gone
barracks
immediately
has fallen.
because, well, Mickey, unfortunate for Alliance, is holding on to a double damage. He's got about a quarter of the duration remaining on it. He waveforms forward. That's enough to scare back Alliance and really make them uncomfortable with pressuring into this liquid side, but they've got the Spectre up in 3 as well as the Haunt. They'll jump in with the Totem. The Ebra comes out. Now the Haunt's going to be used by Nico Biba. He's drawn in Insania with the Spectral Dagger, trying to get himself some free roaming space. BKB's been blocked by Koikba. Foxy looking for the duel. He'll land it onto the Windrunner. Meanwhile, Totem over from Mickey. The 3-shot once again on the bottom. Followed up with a kill on a lip. It's a triple kill here for Mickey, and he takes out Nico Baby. And the buybacks come up plenty, and all of a sudden Alliance are on their last leg, 21,000 net worth behind. Mickey jumping all over the place. We're getting that PTSD you were talking about with the Totem coming through from not the Earthshaker, but the Morphling.
Has fallen.
Oh my god, that is such good teamwork there from Liquid. At the exact same time they choose to go on that Wind Ranger up there. Gets on top of the Oracle with the Earth.
There's the Fissure. Nico Baby in trouble. The Static Link comes in. And well, the adaptive strikes come out, but let's see. Can they hold on to the side of Alliance? The false promise already used on Avada, so they won't have a save for Nico Baby. He's taking a lot of damage here. We'll pop the man to the BKB. He's going to be popped. They got the duel out of Nico Baby. Single Raider done and dusted. That should be the game, and it will be. Liquid take game 1 over Alliance in very convincing fashion.
Dyer's middle tower.
Everything is keyed together once they just
Dyer's bottom
decided to break
barracks
that base there. Again,